It just like makes so much sense. And if you look at successful people in general, they have this attitude.
What one quality you think you've had that made you to achieve what you have?
If you're passionate and driven and focused in what you do, people will take notice.
Find your own way. Find your own voice. Find your own feelings.
When you want to succeed as bad as you want to breathe, then you'll be successful. Be able at any moment to sacrifice what we are for what we could be.
In this world, there's room for everyone, and the good earth is rich. The way of life can be free and beautiful.
Good morning, Catalin here, and I'm just walking back home from the meeting I had with my team, and I was just thinking that it's something really interesting. One of the things I'm doing, and the reason one of the reasons I'm doing behind this vlog, and everything I'm gonna do with my personal brand and everything like that, I think it's just, I feel I've done some things, and I've been fortunate enough to be in some circumstances and to just have some amazing people around me, to be at the right place at the right time. I also worked a lot, but there was a lot of like variables that played right that could have played wrong, and I want to take all that positivity and all that kind of like energy and all the stuff that goes behind that, and put it here, right? And kind of try to transfer that into the people that are watching this, into the people that are trying to start their business, get better at their life, do whatever, right? Just do. If you're a person, and if you want to become the best version of yourself, you're gonna need to do stuff like this. Let's try to just, 1 second. Right, so, yeah, just something that's been crossing my mind. Like, I really want to I feel kind of responsible as well to take the responsibility I have for being, quote unquote, happy and be aligned with myself and doing what I love and all those things, and take those and actually imply them into these videos. I think that's really, really powerful. So I'm gonna do that right now, heading home. Gonna get lunch and then have a bunch of calls with a new client that we have that I cannot dispel the name because it's all that stuff, confidentiality and all that, but they're really interesting client. They're in SaaS, they're in a SaaS business, so they have like 90% margin, which I'm kind of envy of, but it's a really good business to work in this kind of digital product companies that you have like 90% or 95% margin. You can just sell everything and just make money, which is cool. So do that, and bye.
Love this music. It's patient, it's calm, but it can be angry, it can be mad. See? It's like human emotion. You don't wanna just have one. You wanna have them all, right? You wanna have them all. You wanna have them all, right? Right? You don't wanna just have one. Hopefully the lighting and all that like fancy technical stuff is good, and I can go into the actual things for today's vlog. So here's what I was thinking. I was really thinking today a lot about positivity and and here's what happens. I see a lot of people that are just deploying and just expressing a lot of negativity towards other people, right? They're just putting what they have and what they don't want to do, they don't want to happen in their lives. They're putting that as a burden in other people's lives, right? Because that's just what they want to do, and that's just what they resonate with. And by doing that, I think that's a massive disservice to other people, and it's something that really affects me in a way that I'm not actually getting affected by negativity, but I can feel it. Like, it doesn't, like, it affects me in that second, and I get back on it in the next second, but it just has so massive power of destruction. And I just believe that I want to do as much positive things as I can, right? And here's the thing about, like, the difference between positive and negative energy and all these things. The kind of most, there's this this book by Richard, by this guy, I forget the name right now, but his book is called Power versus Force, and he talks about these levels of, like, consciousness. And there's, like, fear, there's, like, a lot of levels, like the highest being, like, ultimate consciousness and all that stuff, right? Like, don't quote me exactly on this, I just want to talk about the idea. But the thing is, the actual world right now, there's a lot many people that are in the actual, like, scarcity, sadness, depression, all that stuff mindset, than there are people in the happiness, positivity, and all of this stuff. And that's why it's so hard to actually teach and express and share and take and spread positivity, because the vast majority of people will not really resonate with it. What people resonate with really easily, and it doesn't stretch their mind, but they resonate with, is bad news, is this kind of news that the kind of media puts up, that is really just focusing on negative stuff, that just provokes a feeling of fear that people resonate with, or a feeling of resonation, right? Because there's this saying, like, no matter how bad you are, or in what bad situation you are right now, there's somebody else in a worse situation than you. And that's basically what the media is doing. It's just showing you, like, oh man, don't worry about it, like, there's someone else worse than you that got, like, they're showing you, like, murders and all this, like, really negative and bad stuff. And those things don't actually happen that much. That's the thing, right? You're seeing the media, you're seeing all that, but that's like 0.0001% of things that happen. The rest are really positive, and the rest are constructive, but they're putting the focus on that, so that's what you see, perception bias. So just wanted to point out that nothing long-term, nothing really valuable in the long term comes out of negativity. You can build stuff on negativity, and you can tear people down, and you can punch people to their face and just walk on them to get what you want. But here's the thing, that may work in the short term, because it's still energy, it's still powerful energy, but it's in the wrong direction, and you're gonna get kicked in the ass in the long term. What you wanna do, if you want to really build things, and if you wanna build a sustainable attitude and a sustainable actual thinking process and a sustainable mind, and whatever, like business and life and all that comes out of this. But if you want to do that, what you want to do is really focus on building stuff on the positive side of things. And I don't mean like being dreamy and all that, like, oh, I'm a realistic. Okay, I get it, you're realistic, but everything that you have in your life is at some point created in your mind. So if it's at some point created in your mind, it means that it was not realistic, okay? When the designer designs a new website, the website doesn't exist. He creates it in his mind, and then he puts it on Illustrator or Adobe, whatever he's designing it on paper, whatever it is. So there's no such thing as being realistic, I think. So don't give me that when we're talking about positivity. What I think though is, and what I like, this is my thesis with this vlog and with the channel and the personal brand I want to put out. I really want to spread, because I've been working so much at these things that I'm doing. I think I've got to a level of minimal understanding about psychology, about how people work, about how to lead people in a good way, from a good place, from an actual place that I care about them, not because I want to make money off of them, not because I want to get rich in a night, not because like all of that stuff, right? It's coming from a positive place. And that's why things are coming together. That's why clients are attracted to us. That's why people are attracted to me and to us, because we're coming from a place of positivity. And it's not an immediate gratification kind of thing. When you're going and selling and trying to push a positivity on people that are negative are not going to resonate with you. And that's cool. I don't want those people in my life. And by people, I mean companies, acquaintances, friends, all that stuff. I don't want those people, right? So yeah, just thinking on that and just, yeah, it's good stuff. I really agree with the fact that there's positivity needs to be pushed a lot more. And I think Gary Vee also talks about this, and I highly agree with him. Like, if you're positive, share that with all the people. Like when I go, here's what I'm doing. I even try to share positive feelings with the girl that I'm buying stuff from the supermarket from. Like I don't have anything to get from that woman. I'm never gonna get anything from that woman. But share your positive vibes with her. It's gonna make her day better, and she's gonna touch someone else. And the overall is gonna get better. And that's what you need to care about. That's what you need to switch your attention to. On the overall, on the actual impact that you make on the overall planet, right? Not just you, not just immediate term, not just what you get now. That comes from a point of scarcity. What you're thinking, if you're thinking like short term and what can I get now and how can I get it faster and all that stuff, if you're thinking from that place of like fear, it's not good. It's not gonna work out well, right? So you need to step back and realize that whatever point you are at right now in your life, if you have a home, if you are not starving, if you have been fortunate enough to have a family that have gotten you education, that have taught you well, that just have done their best, if you have all the requirements necessary, the essential stuff, you are well. So start from there, start from a point of abundance, don't start from a point of lack, of scarcity, of fear, and then go out and touch people with whatever it is you want to do, right? Go out and build your company, go out and be a teacher, go out and be a driver, go out and just be you, right? And just like by doing that and just by realizing that there's so much to be grateful for and just there's so much that you have right now that you may be not realizing because you're just looking at what you want to do and what you don't have and what the other person's have and you don't. When you come from that place, you're already full, you're already done, right? So this is like when you like your work so much that by doing the work, you're getting the reward. The reward is happening intrinsically. The feedback loop of the reward is happening in you. You don't depend on anybody else. And that's what happens here as well. If you come from a point of abundance, if you come from a point of, I'm already enough, I already have these things, I'm so grateful for what I have. What have been, the circumstances that I have, they're my circumstances and I'm gonna deal with them. And I come up from a point of abundance, and when you do that, there's so much good that comes out of that because you already start with the reward that already happened. You already got it, right? Everything is just a bonus now, right? It just like makes so much sense. And if you look at successful people in general, they have this attitude. They're starting from abundance. They're starting from what can I do to make the world a better place. They're starting from the place of what can I solve? What problem can I solve, or my company can solve, or we can solve, or my team can solve, whatever it is that can actually help and give value to other people's lives. And that's positivity, man. I mean, in my team, in Increase Media, we don't allow negativity. If I get somebody and they're the best performer in the company and they're negative, out. I don't care, right? Because life, it's about the fact that at the end, you want the result to be net positive. You don't want to, the result may be negative now. the result may be positive now. You don't care about that. What you care about is at the end, which is probably gonna be far off for most of you, and for me, you want that to be positive. You want you being on this planet to actually have gained a 0.00001%, have made the planet 0.001% better. And that's it. You know, at least that's how I feel, right? So that's my thought on positivity. I really, really believe in these things, and I really think there should be ingrained in any person that wants to make an impact and wants to be happy. Don't hang around negative people. They're bullshit. Don't hang around people that complain every single day and complain for everything. It's not a good trait, and it's gonna get you. So you don't want to do that. So yeah. Other than that, I really hope you're doing extraordinarily well today. Had a lot of things happening. As kind of a story, I just came off this meeting that I had with a client, and they got their car parked outside and not like an internal parking. And when we got the car back, right, I was waiting for my Uber, and they were gonna get in the car. Here's what happened, right? And this is kind of the proof of the net is always positive for you if you're following that rule. He left like a suitcase in the back of his car, and some like whatever, some homeless guy or some thief or whatever broke his backseat window and took his suitcase, which had like a laptop, paperwork, his ID, cards, and all that stuff, right? So pretty big damage. Also he had to like replace the window and all that crazy stuff that needed to happen. So there's like a lot of things. And he was just like, he was so cool about it, and he pressed me. It was like, he was shocked, but it was not that big of a deal. Because I think he understands, and I understand, that people can do bad things. People can prove negativity to you. People can steal from you. People can do all of that. Because at the end, the net score is gonna be in your favor. If you're playing the right game, if you're showing positivity, if you genuinely care about what happens and what you have as an impact to the world. And you don't have to do this in business. You just have to do this in your life. Next time you spend time with other people, just show deeply care about them. Just show them good vibes. Next time you get called by a customer service person, just talk really nicely to them. They're gonna be so shocked, right? So that's just so important, I think, in the overall kind of thesis and kind of like rules of life and all that stuff. So that's it for today's vlog. This is pretty early at night. Tomorrow there's a really interesting thing that happens. We're gonna do these things monthly in our team. We're gonna probably call these like the marketing day show or something like that. And it's basically my team always has a lot of questions, and there's a lot of things I want to like train them on and all this stuff. And we're probably gonna do that once a month. We're probably gonna gather and like for like 3-4 hours, like spread ideas, train them on amazing principles of marketing and strategy and high level stuff and all that stuff, which I think is incredible. And one of those days is tomorrow, so I'm probably gonna still stream that live, make a vlog about it, make like all these cool things. So yeah, see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. And by the way, give me in your comments if you'd like an example or anything like that of where do you think you have negativity in your life, and how can you get away from that? Like, is that friends, is that family, is that work, is that you? What is that? And how do you think you can get away from that, because it's just poison to your life? So that's the question. Answer me in the comments. Really curious on your answers, and see you in the next videos. Bye-bye. But I don't have $50,000 or $30,000 or $100,000 to go out and test and learn more about this skill. So what can I do? Well, there's something I can do, which is get clients, get them results, use their budgets, and use their infrastructure and platform.